All right, y'all. It is, well, technically day 10, but I'm releasing this day 9 of my 1K a day series. So it's day 10, part 1. So we up technically 9K right now. And I'll just go over what I did yesterday. So what I did yesterday for my 1K a day is planned. I was the last day of my rest weekend before I got into my 100 week dynamic workout plan, which is me having a set schedule from Monday through Sunday for 100 weeks. So I was really happy to get most of that done yesterday and this weekend. Got that, some little small things ironed out. And like I said, it's a dynamic plan, so it will be changing. Well, not really changing, but just kind of tweaking as I grow and, meeting myself where I'm at, right? I know where I want to be, so I have to, now step down to exactly where I'm at and tweak it to where I'm at and making sure that, all right, I'll be able to get where I want to be when I want to be there. So today was day 1 of that, of my week 1. And what I did today was I went in the gym. We did started off with bench press. Started off with my warm-up routine, but then went into bench press, went into hang clean, and this bench hang clean and was all set to 5-3-1. So I went to bench, hang clean, front squat. I did hang snatch and also push press, and then I did my auxiliary lifts and my ending core exercise, as well as ending it off on the treadmill. I always end it off on the treadmill when I'm in the gym, and I always do an incline, just tempo runs. I always end it off with tempo runs, and that's just to remind myself as to why I'm doing all this in the first place, right? Not to let myself even for a second get bulky. And when I say bulky, I mean uncoordinated. Obviously, you need a good amount of muscle. So when I'm saying bulky, I'm not saying like, oh, I got a bunch of muscle, because all I do is tempo runs for 1 minute, and that's just to kind of warm my body all the way back up and make sure the blood's flowing. Energy is getting released through my feet, and it's flowing through the entire body because I'm doing tempo strides and I'm getting my knees up where they need to be, and I'm also doing it on a level 15 incline. And I think that's really important, because sometimes I feel like, especially when I was playing football, I would go to the gym and I would kind of I would work out and I wouldn't run after, and I would work out hard in the gym for 3 days, and I would just run on the weekend. Then I would be like, oh man, I'm stiff. And it's because I was getting clumsy and I was kind of getting uncoordinated. So it's very important that I stay coordinated even while I'm lifting on my heavy days. And that's just light tempo work at the very end. But yeah, man, this 1K a day series I'm happy about. And it's really kind of settling in with me, where it's just like I'm absolutely, feeling like, one, that me treating every single day as if I made $1,000 is absolutely working. And I think it's something that when this is all said and done, I'm going to share with so many people, because that sense of just like, not even urgency, that sense of just like surety or sureness. I don't even think surety is a word. I think I just made that up. But that sureness that you get, where it's like, dude, like, because even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just like, dude, like, it feels like, in 2 years or in almost 3 years time, today was going to be worth $1,000. So I'm getting it done, and I'm just like relaxed. I know this is going to pay off eventually, and I've set a payoff goal, and I remind myself daily of that payout. So it's just like, let me just relax and get it done. Like, as long as I'm getting this done, I'm getting paid $1,000 for this. So let's make sure I get this done in a timely manner. And I don't know, man. I just think, now obviously this is only technically day 9 of this. So man, basically almost what, like 0.1%, is it, or 0.1% done with this. So very early on in the stages. But I'm already feeling optimistic, and I can't wait till this kind of just becomes so routine for me, because it's still not routine for me right now. It's still very new, because it's literally, 9-10 days in. But when it just gets to that point where it's like 50 days in, 100 days in, where this is what I do, I just can't wait for that feeling. That's the next, short-term goal that I'm chasing, where this just feels like super, just second nature to me. And also too, with my 100-week plan, which is, a little under 2 years, my 100-week physical plan that I got going on. This is a 1,000-day talking, it's 1,000-day, social, 1,000-day building plan, right? This is me being able to verbally express what I got going on. Because I have a hard time doing that sometimes. I just do stuff. I get stuff done. I've been getting stuff done for the last 2 years. But talking about it, I hate talking about it, because it's like, I'm not finished yet, so why am I talking? I'd rather just keep going. But I realize it is important to speak on it and be able to, because it'll be able to help others, right? When I can speak on it and speak through the process, they can see me, going through my 1,000-day process, or even my 100-week process, and see how I'm feeling, and it just be real, you know what I mean? So with this 100-week process, I'm just starting that out too, and my body's already tired. I can tell my body has not adjusted to this type of training, where it's really high weight, high intensity on Mondays and Fridays for this plan here. And it's just, I think, taking it to the next level, where I'm training as if I'm a pro athlete. You know what I mean? Even though technically I'm an amateur, I'm training like the pros. I've studied the pros. I've studied what they do on a week in and week out basis, and I make sure that what I'm doing for myself aligns with that, so I don't show up on race days unprepared. But I can't wait until this 100-week process feels like second nature too, because when that happens, man, I know I'm just gonna be rolling, boom, 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 and I can really focus in on this type of like social media growth, and I can focus in on different verbal cues, so I can speak better, and just speaking with my cadence and fixing all that. So I'm very excited for how things are going, and I'm very excited for the future. That's all for today.